Thor was beaten more severely than ever before, pinned down by just a sniper rifle and unable to show himself. His ruthless nature was also fully revealed in this moment. Seeing this, Jack was furious and drove a truck straight into the fray. Fortunately, Dimen, with his quick reflexes, grabbed onto a nearby railing just as countless bullets rained down, almost knocking him off the ground again. At this moment, a hand emerged from the dirt. Fury had not died. Meanwhile, Jack encountered a problem. The truck he was driving was blocked by the enemy using a tower crane, and the steel frame accidentally got entangled with the rear of the truck, pulling it towards the pit. Jack tried to use claws to secure the vehicle, but the difference in strength was too great, and it was useless. Seeing this, the refugees below began to flee in panic. The two quickly jumped on a small motorcycle and escaped to the gate, then switched to a car and sped away. On the other side, Dimen was rescued by his subordinates. He immediately got into a car and began to chase the two, and in his hurry, he even drove straight into the gate, leading a large group in a relentless pursuit. Due to the significant performance difference between the vehicles, the two were soon caught up. In the midst of the battle, Jack was accidentally hit, and Fury's arm was almost crushed by Dimen's car wheel, leaving him severely injured. Without any support, the two were quickly knocked away. Although they were captured, their fate was extremely miserable. The sadistic Dimen had his men tie Jack to the back of a motorcycle and run laps around the pit. Fury, on the other hand, was ordered to be hung from the tail of a go-kart, bound by his injured arm. It was clear that Dimen had no intention of letting them off easily. Fortunately, Fury's appearance had changed significantly. Otherwise, if Dimen had recognized him, the consequences would have been even worse. Jack was dragged from daytime until nightfall, and the swirling dust kicked up by the motorcycle provided some cover for Fury. When Dimen grew bored and decided to head back, he discovered that Fury had somehow vanished, leaving only a lone arm on the chain. At this moment, Fury was riding a motorcycle towards the castle. As Dimen attempted to pursue, his vehicle suddenly shattered into pieces when he hit the gas. Meanwhile, Fury managed to evade them with reckless riding. After his motorcycle ran out of fuel, he had no choice but to proceed on foot towards the castle. On a nearby hill, a man was watching him back at the castle. Fury immediately sought out Old Joe to inform him that Bullet Farm had been taken and the Demon's next target was here. However, Old Joe's son dismissed his warning, claiming that Gastown was burning and not believing a word Fury said. Ultimately, Old Joe decided to send out a decoy force to Gastown. The decoy troops quickly set off, installing special devices on their vehicles to kick up clouds of dust, making it seem like a large force was moving out. Even though there were only 5 vehicles, Dimen, naturally noticing this, confidently launched his assault against Immoral Joe. Meanwhile, Fury, now equipped with a mechanical arm, prepared for the upcoming battle. The ensuing fight was grand, intense, and extremely violent. Dimen eventually faced defeat and fled. Upon hearing the news, Fury rushed to the battlefield. Amidst an argument between the two Tiger Seep brothers, Fury seized the opportunity to suddenly drive off with the only repaired war rig. However, he soon realized the person he encountered was not Dimen. He quickly hit the brakes. Fury then discovered that the people on his right were being slaughtered by a mob. Knowing the direction Dimen had fled, he pursued him directly into the sandstorm in his attempt to escape. When Dimen woke up again, the weather had returned to normal, and Fury was standing behind him. Dimen reached for his gun but found it empty. He immediately began to run, with Fury driving slowly behind him, neither accelerating nor honking the horn. Dimen quickly realized the situation. As it turned to approach Fury, the vehicle started to slowly reverse. Dimen recognized that Fury was humiliating him, just as he had humiliated Jack earlier. In a feat of rage, Dimen threw his gun at the car, but in the end, he chose to surrender. Fury walked slowly up to him. Dimen, constantly talking, kept glancing at a dagger in front of him. The next moment, he suddenly grabbed the dagger, only to find it was bladeless, paying the price by being knocked out with the butt of a gun. Shortly after, Fury woke him up, and Dimen discovered he was tied up. At this moment, Dimen finally realized that the vengeful figure before him was the little girl whose head he had once held down. Fury planted a peach pit from Oasis, a memento of the past, into Dimen's body. Years later, he harvested the ripe fruit from the tree that had grown.